Now, I still don't know, like, how can I send somebody a text while I'm on live without my screen turning black and it just stays black? That just, it scares me. But I'm gonna have to figure that out, or maybe I just don't need to be sending people texts while I'm on live, which is probably the best thing for me. But back to talking about my essentials that I take to their house and just like things that I have to wear at the warehouse. So, like in the previous video, the previous live I just did, like a few seconds ago, I have these gloves. No matter what, I still break my nails, I still chip them. It don't matter. But you need them for sure. Because you like, you can literally break your finger, literally, like, just have crap all over your hands. You don't need to be washing your hands every 5 seconds. Just the stuff that you touch in there is just, no. Like I said, I have touched a bunch of stuff, like dealing with soap spilling inside the boxes, dealing with flour. It was a hole in the flour pack. Like, it got powder all over the gloves. No. Absolutely not. And those who didn't watch my other live, I'm drinking this chocolate Oreo milkshake. Mm. My wallet. Portable charger. And then I have my badge. And a protein bar. I gotta have the energy to work for 10 hours. And I have food snacks in there too. Fruit snacks. I think this is just gonna be the Warehouse Essential live. Yeah. But this is a brand new bag because my old clear bag that I take to work, like the strap broke. So this is brand new. I ordered this from Amazon. Hello, 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 hello. Okay. I'm literally texting on the group chat again while I'm on here. Hopefully it does not go black when I do it. Like, I'm gonna have to go on ChatGPT on how to like get my screen from turning black if I get out of here. And maybe I should just not get out of here. Like, if somebody texts me, I need to just like, on your iPhone, you just like literally have to like slide, like slide it down and then respond and still like interact. But yeah, thank you for the compliment, Alana. Hopefully I'm saying that right. And hello, hello, Gianna and Denith. Yeah. Like, I can't even respond to anybody. Like, I have to literally slide down and talk because this thing is not going black. I'm sorry. I'm kind of mad because I wanted the live to be together, not two separate videos, but it is what it is. But I think that's overall what I keep. And then I have my lip liner. Like, y'all know I be having like different types of lip liners, and I change lip liners every week, so yeah. I didn't want to get too deep into that. And then I keep a scrunchie. Girl, she wants me to send it. Oof. I don't even know that. I can't even take a chance and send it. Like, if I send my channel, it should show that I'm live. At least I think so, because the people that I'm subscribed to, I don't know why, but at least I think that if you go on YouTube in general, like at the homepage, it would show the people you're subscribed to that they're on live. I can't even send it because I'm not about to redo another live. I'm not doing it. Like, I'm gonna tell my peoples the truth of what's been going on. I'm texting the girlies now because I don't play them games. I'm telling them like it is. Like, look, if I literally get off of here to text y'all, like, my screen will be black again, and I just no, not tonight. Not on a Friday night. I didn't bust my tail today at work. No, nope. Mm-mm. And I'm gonna keep the shoot. My bad. My tripods over here wobbling. I'm gonna keep the live I just did because it was going so good. But we're gonna keep the train rolling. Cause like I said, y'all know I'm still learning this whole thing. But I do need to like get the sipping on this milkshake. Mm. Thank you for the subscription. Let's see, Jasmine Arambula. Thank you for the subscription. Yes, thank you for the subscription. Jasmine Arambula. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I'm gonna actually pen your message. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I am going to drop a vlog very soon. I'm not saying it right. How do I say it then? Because it's Jasmine and then a ram, or is it a ram or a rum, and then is it bula? Let me know how to say it, because my real name, I get it mispronounced all the time. So okay, you said yes, you got it right. That's right. Okay. All right. Yeah, because I dealt with it too. I get it. But thank you for the subscription. But yeah, I'm going to be dropping a vlog very soon. I just have a lot of editing to do. Lots of editing. Because I wanted to talk about like the snow days and just like what I usually do like on my off days of work, and just like what I'm currently working on. But I do mention in the video that I'm not currently writing anything a spoken word. Like that's a big break. Like I'm taking a break. I'll get back to it for sure. gonna see the snow on my birthday this Sunday. Oh, happy early birthday. But dang, it's gonna snow. Where are you? If you don't mind me asking, but where, like, where do you reside at? Because you're saying that it's gonna be snowing where you're at. Cause I'm on the East Coast. Like, I'm in Delaware, and it snowed, but I promise you, like, the snow literally melted this time. Now, a month ago, it was a big snowstorm, and that snow was not melting at all. So I wonder where you're residing, Jasmine. Cause I was not playing those games, but you'll see in the video that I had to shovel that snow. But you know what? It wasn't as bad as the first snowstorm we had. We still got a lot of snow, but it rained for 2 days straight, and then it warmed up. Like, it was literally 50 degrees 2 days after it snowed, and then it rained, and about 85% of that snow like gone. At least where I'm at, because I haven't seen any snow in a minute. Like, it's still some, like, how do I say, it's still some like piles of snow in some parking lots, but that snow will be gone. Like, if it doesn't snow anymore, like after this month, then that pile of snow that I might have seen, like, it's gonna be gone, because the roads are so clear now. And you know what? I want to talk about the weather today. Today, it was frosty cold. I literally had to scrape my windows. I hate doing it before I go to work. That's the only thing. But I literally had to scrape my windows, scrape all the frost, turn on my defroster, warm up my car, blah, blah, blah. And I step outside for my lunch break at 12 o'clock. It was hot. I don't care. It was hot because I had my hoodie that goes with like my sweatpants, and then I had a coat on. I go out there, I'm like, no. I kid you not. I literally left my coat in the car. I, I'm like, it's hot. Like, it went from 30 degrees to 50 degrees. No. I'm not sweating. I'm not sweating. When it comes to just like, it's weird, but it's still winter time, so you still gotta prepare yourself. And almost every morning, for me to deal with up and down weather like that, because there will be days that it'll be 37 degrees, the next day it will be 47, it'll be 50, it'll be 57. The other day, I always drink ginger tea. I gotta drink that every morning at this point, well, or every other morning, because that's how people get sick. Literally. And where I'm at, the weather has a history of doing that. Like, especially around this time, like, it's March is around the corner. March gonna be in, well, we got one more day of this month, so no, it's it's literally it's always been a history. Like, for the past few years, it's just been, okay, one day it'll be 40, the next day is 50, the next day is 60, especially around this time. Like, no. And then sometimes I'll say around like April, it'll it'll be like 49, 57, 65 degrees, 70 degrees for like one day, and then it's gonna go back to 50 degrees. I live off of tea. That's what I live to do. I live to drink tea in the morning because I don't play those games. I feel bad for people who hate tea. I feel really bad. Like, unless you're a kid, I understand because it's tea, and there's other ways you can like help your kids. But when it comes to like bad weather like this, but I've seen some lady, she made like gummies out of like ginger, and she fed them to her kids, and it helped her kids, you know, not have allergies or not catch a cold. But there's other ways of doing it. Just hell, even Robitussin will help, but just keep the safest medication possible if you, obviously if you're a kid. But as an adult, like as a teenager to an adult, no, you have to drink ginger tea, at least over here where I'm at, because the weather will go up and down. And tea just helps. It's just good to have like hot water and then ginger and lemon and honey. It's just gonna help you tremendously with mucus and coughing and all. Like anytime I hear like, this is not a good example, but if I sense anything, like I might see sensing a cold or something, I just, nope, I turn on my tea kettle, honey, lemon, hot water, ginger. Sometimes if I ain't got no ginger and I ain't got no ginger tea, it's just hot water, lemon, and honey. And one more thing, I wear these sometimes. These are noise canceling headphones, but they're not, they don't play music. Like these are just like, these are just the cancel the noise, because you're literally listening to the conveyor belt. It's so much noise in the warehouse. So people who are sensitive to hearing, these are very good, but they're only at the warehouse I work at. But I'm very sure you can find these outside of like your job, especially if you just work at a warehouse environment. It's nice to have, but not every warehouse may have it. They might not even let you wear these, but these are not the music kind. These are not like the Bluetooth music kind. Like these have nothing, like this is not plugged up to nothing. Like you can look at the inside of these, nothing. These are just basically the bigger version of just like earplug, like basically similar to this, but you're putting these on instead because you can't work and then have just cover your ears like this. So yeah, that's another thing I wear sometimes. My hearing is fine. It's just that sometimes I don't feel like hearing the machinery going on. Sometimes I just want to hear complete silence and then work. But I can say the sound does get to you. You have a day, you just don't want to hear that crap. You don't want to hear that for a whole 10 hours. All right, so it's almost 20 minutes. I'm literally timing myself because it's 9:36 right now. I have to check. All I know is this weekend I definitely got some editing to do and some reading to do because I started reading this. I'm late, I know, But I did watch the movie, and I did. See, I didn't even like. Oh my gosh! I'm so sorry. I'm in the middle of saying something, and then I just see like people I know. I see my cousins. My cousins. Hey, Lorraine. But yeah, girl, the hair is healthy, girl. I gotta text you something when it comes to my hair. I got some tea, girl. When I get off here. Do you know what I'm gonna give him everything? I'm gonna have conversation. Okay, you're gonna have a lot for your birthday. Okay. 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 Wow. You say you're drinking Starbucks. What kind of what did you get from Starbucks? Like, did you get like a refresher? Did you get a matcha? Um, did you get, I'm trying to think. What did you get from Starbucks? Because I'm always like curious of what people usually get at Starbucks. I know they have like 1,000 drinks in there. But that's what I was saying. Like, I am in the middle of reading this. I just started reading it. So I got a lot more reading to do with that book, but it's interesting. I just know that when I get home and stuff, I don't have time to read a lot of pages, but that book is going to be done regardless. I'm reading it, and that's that. But I did watch the movie Wicked, and I've always was a fan of The Wizard of Oz, but I never like got into the movie Wicked, because I know that's like they consider it the prequel to The Wizard of Oz, but I know it's a lot more to it. It's a lot of theory and stuff. So I'm just reading it for my own sake because it's nice to just separate the movie from the book, because we already know that the book is different from the movie. But I'm reading it for the fun of it. So far, so good. I'm liking it. It's exciting. I can't wait to read it when I have time to. I know it sounds crazy because I have time to read now, but I want to get this live out. But that is what I'm currently reading, and I have another book in mind after I read this one. It's just also a novel, and it's based on another movie. So I'm like a movie book girly. I'm a novel girly. But it's a new year, and I'm just starting this little wave because I haven't really sat down and really read a book in a minute, but I'm gonna get back to it. And what I like about reading is I've learned words from reading. I never knew what this word prod meant until I read this book. Like the word, it's like she prodded. I'm like, I've never heard that word ever in my life. I had to go in the dictionary and look for it. I know what it mean now, but it's nice to read here and there. It's just some things that you refresh your mind. Like, it's good to just like read something fun. But, mm, 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 mm. All right, I'm gonna show y'all the hair a little bit. I love when people compliment me on my hair. My hair ain't even long, but you know what? Healthy hair over long hair, for sure. It's a little greasy because I greased my scalp yesterday. But yeah, I'm not washing it for like another few days. I'm definitely going to the gym tomorrow. I need to remember to bring this sweatband with me to the gym, so I'm gonna put that in my clear bag so I won't forget it. But but I'm gonna get into the juicy commentary, and that has a little bit to do with like my personal life of what's been going on with me, like kind of in between, like on a daily, and what's been currently going on with me, like when I step outside, when I go to work and stuff like that. So I made this post, right? I specifically said, okay, before I get into that, I'm gonna read this one comment. I've got yes, my girl celebrating her birthday early. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That sounds so good. I love their cake pops at Starbucks. I haven't had a cake pop in a minute, girl. I haven't had a cake pop in a minute. It says you got oh. You must have was that a frappe, the vanilla bean with the caramel? Or was that a just a latte or something? Let me know. Yeah, cake pops are good, girl. And then you got a birthday cake flavor. On my last live, I was just talking about how I like birthday cake. I like listen. Before I got this flavor, it was either gonna be chocolate Oreo or birthday cake milkshake. Like listen. I love my sprinkles. I don't know. As I get older, I like birthday cake. I don't know. It's weird. I get birthday cake protein bars. I get birthday cake when I get frozen yogurt. I get the vanilla flavor frozen yogurt, and then I get the sprinkles and the birthday cake on it, and then I'll put a little either a chocolate drizzle or a little marshmallow drizzle on it. Yeah. Or just birthday cake ice cream flavor, but I'm very particular what brand or what place that sells ice cream that does birthday cake, because honey, not everybody do it right. Some places they just don't do flavors right. Somebody had to say it. But I'm gonna get into like what's currently going on with me and what I posted yesterday. But I posted this on Instagram. I was like, how do I say it? I I I don't know. I just sense like this energy that people feel as though like they should be like, ugh, how do I say this the clearest way possible? I'm not the kind of person to be like, oh, you can't have access to me, you can't sit with us. I'm not that kind of person. I will never be that person. However, I have every right to choose who I entertain. And I just been feeling like that since I've been feeling like that for a little bit since I just been, going to work, coming home, and just me, just managing my life in social media. But I'm not like that. I don't carry myself like I'm all that and be all stank. Like, however, and I say this in the realest way possible, I basically said, I know my worth. and I have a right to entertain who I want to entertain. I have a right to entertain who I want to entertain. Point blank, period. That's not on some, oh, I'm above you, so I'm just gonna, like it's not like that at all. And I'm gonna just be real, like in the workplace, I don't know what it is. My I get looked at a certain way. I literally like I have my lip liner on when I go into work. I be having my hoop earrings on. I make sure they're not too big because they're not supposed to be too big. But and I don't know, like I just sometimes I do define my eyebrows. Sometimes I put makeup on. Sometimes I don't. But I always have some kind of like nice lip liner on when I go into work because I just like I still want to look kind of cute. Like I want to look feminine still, but I'm still gonna get my work done. But I've noticed like I don't know, I just noticed the energy from some people of why I just don't okay, like I don't associate like I'm sorry, like I keep things mutual the best way I can. Like not everybody's your friend. Not everybody should be your work friend. Not everybody should like let's be real, we all have personalities. We're not gonna all click. But I do my work and I go home. We're in there for 10 hours, so it is what it is. Like some people may be fake to other people. It is what it is. We're grown. So that part I don't care about. But it's just something how like something how people act when they want more of your attention but you're not giving it to them, but they sense that you're kikiing, you're laughing with other people but not them. And I'm just like, no, it's not that. It's just that I'm not gonna mess with you. I'm not gonna bother you. I'm gonna keep going on about my day. Um, if I peep, if I peep something, I'm just gonna like I'm just gonna go do me and focus on my work. But there are individuals in particular who just it's like they want the time, they want my energy, and it's just like no, like if I peep if your ways are questionable, then your ways are questionable. I'm not going to give you my energy, my time. Huh? Did you drive your car? Yeah, ma. I was talking about. Yeah, ma. You look pretty. Hey. And you're green and black. What you doing? Yeah. I'm just, when I get off, I'll let you. I'll talk to you. Oh, what you working? Yeah. Yeah, I feel it, but it's been like that before I even got it fixed. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Look at all the Oreos at the bottom. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm not playing with y'all. Hey, I'm working. I'm trying to get, you know, trying to make this little job. But a job that I love. But back to what I was saying. You know, sometimes some things I just can't sugarcoat. I'll say that it was this one particular individual who I spoke to, was cool with because like the person approached me. I'm like, okay, cool. But it's just like I'm cool with enough people, and it's just like I'm still trying to weigh you out. You don't bother me, I won't bother you. You don't mess with me, I won't mess with you. You don't disrespect me, I won't disrespect you. That's how I am. But I'll still say hi to you. But if I'm hearing things about what you do and they're questionable, I'm going to use my discernment. Then, if I see it for myself, which actually happened, I've already seen it for myself more than once, then no. Like, like for the longest time, I spoke. We both spoke, but I keep on peeping the same thing that other people were saying. And it wasn't just one person. And you're doing questionable stuff. Like, no. Things that just don't align with, that don't really align with how I carry myself. So, therefore, if I see you doing that, like I said, don't mess with me, I won't mess with you. Cool. But that doesn't mean I need to be sitting at a table with you, kikiing with you, especially if those same people that you're offending, I'm cool with them. Like, that's just not going to work for me. Because I'm cool with them, and then as a woman, I'm going to be on their side, and then I'm peeping this stuff from you too. It's just like, no. And kindly I kindly explained and I kept it real with the individual. I was like, I have discernment, like I don't have an issue with you and like but I just have discernment. Discernment. Like that's just what it is. Take it or leave it. But I'm on that side because I'm peeping it for myself. And I'm just I like I'll peep stuff, but then I just back away. But you're in there for 10 hours, and people want to, and I hate the fact people be questioning you. Like, no, you want to think that everyone is cool with you and your friend. You don't think like that, especially in this environment. No. But this individual did questionable stuff, and then have the nerve to be upset when I repeatedly told this individual the truth. Like, at that point, when I was that individual's age, and I'm not even that older than this individual, I didn't care who didn't like me or who didn't speak to me anymore. I went on about my day. But this individual would be mad. This individual was just so upset, like breaking in act, trying to speak and everything. Like, no. I'm just like, like, I'm a sweetheart, but don't play with me. Don't play with me. I have a right to entertain who I want to entertain. I have a right to speak to, hang out who I want to hang out with because I told the individual what it was. I told them that I'm cool with the people who, you know what I'm saying, are not really like too fond of you. You haven't done nothing to me, but I'm cool with them. I'm cool with them. And I have discernment. So my discernment is telling me that I don't need to be, you know what I'm saying? We don't need to be kicking it. We don't need to be friends. We don't need to be sitting down eating lunch. I don't even need to be around you for real, for real. I have my own set of people that I have lunch with, and I'm gonna keep it like that. And that's that. I have people that I'm cool with outside of the regular lunch buddies that I have, and I speak to them here and there. Like, I'll probably sit and crack a joke and then sit back down. And I can't really say too much because of like confidentiality and all that, but that's what's recently going on. And it's not even just that individual, it's just like other people, because it's just like people, they will break their necks to look or get a combo. It's just like, no, like, absolutely not. Like, I get enough combo and play. Like everybody else up in here, I'm good. I'm good. Now, when it comes to dating, okay, I have to leave. I really love your videos. I realize I love it. Bye bye. I have to go. Okay, I'm about to wrap this up anyway. Oh, okay. Well, have fun with that, Jasmine. Thank you for tuning in. For real. I'm gonna get off here probably in the next few minutes myself. So I feel you, and I got work tomorrow. So my Friday gonna be tomorrow, cause then after I have work tomorrow, I'm gonna be off the next day. So, but yes, bye bye. I'm saying bye bye to Jasmine, but yeah, and it's just other people too. It's just like no, like, and this is just a lesson to be learned. Like, don't ever feel bad if you just choose not to associate yourself with somebody, especially at your grown age. I'm 27. I don't have time for the games. I really don't. Um like it's people come and go. And people are staying in life. Maybe they're meant to stay. It's whatever, you know. But I just found that like something is just like you get upset when I don't speak to you. I don't like I go on about my day and you're mad. I have other things to do than worry about whether this person's gonna talk to me or speak to me or like no. No. I I have other stuff to do. I have other things going on in my life. I'm gonna get into see details of dating, right? It's the same thing with dating. As a woman, you pick and choose who you entertain. Same thing with a man. I pick and choose who I entertain. I know my worth when it comes to that too. And please, we're supposed to know our worth anyway, but like, and that's just like what I'm also dealing with currently. Like, don't be upset that I choose to entertain who I want to entertain. Like, no, like, if how do I say it? If it's not aligned with me, I'm not gonna entertain you, and it is what it is. Like, some things are not meant to be explained. Maybe it could be another woman out there that aligns with the man. But can't be upset. Cannot be upset. And like, you can post something on your story, and the same guys that you don't entertain or choose not to entertain be wondering why. But you gotta ask yourself that. That's how I see it. Not everyone has time to explain to boom, 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 why. Sometimes it's not even worth it, you know. Maybe that woman's not for you and you're just chasing the wrong kind of woman. You just don't know. Like, it's so many scenarios in that. I'm telling you, I'm saying the truth. Yeah, but that's currently what I'm dealing with. Like, I like when I tell y'all, anybody messing with me, they don't know who I know, and I'm gonna keep it like that. When it comes to the job and everything, I don't. I'm not with those games. But I can say that I'm cool with enough people that I can heavily select who I entertain, who I talk to, because I've been there long enough to know some people's games and to know some people's personality. You don't fully know the person because you work with them and all that, but you just have work pals, But I'm gonna go back to dating because I don't need to be sound like I'm all over the place. But yeah, like it's just something like it's something to keep in mind. Like never apologize for choosing who you talk to, who you associate with, who you entertain. Never feel sorry for that. That's when discernment kicks in and all that. But you know, sometimes it's a little different from like work and school and then dating. That's two different things, but they still apply. You still gotta have discernment, period, always. With everything. Even with business deal, you gotta have discernment. So but yeah, like it like it will be a guy, and I think everyone has done that when a guy tries to like send a like, oh, like what happened? Why? I'm like, you don't text back, you're not consistent, like you did this, and that's just unacceptable for me. Like, people will test you. I'll say it like that. And I just, I stands on business. I stands on business. Because if somebody thinks that they can just play with you and not even fix it, not even make an effort to fix it, then no. Or depending on what degree of wrong they did, and they just think that, oh, like, she look good, let me shoot a little TM or whatever, or just shoot a text. Like, no. stay where you at. Stay where you at. It depends on what degree of wrong a person did. For real. But as far as like the dating world, like, it was more than one person that you're like weighing out. Just pick and choose wisely on what on who you're trying to like who you're like entertaining, because listen, listen. But you know what? When you're selected to who you entertain, other people will pick that up. That's another thing I've noticed. Some people may not give a crap. Some people will give a crap. Now, not to toot my own horn or anybody else's horn, but it may be something about you that's fascinating. Which is why they notice who you entertain, or who you're cool with, who you talk to, who you just share yourself with. Well, y'all. All right, so we're at 49 minutes. Oh my goodness, I know I have to take a shower for sure very soon. But what was I gonna tackle? You know what? I was going to I guess I'll just tackle the whole T.I. and 50 Cent thing. Um, Now they said T.I. made a diss track, but I looked it up on Apple, like on Apple Music. It literally it says war and it's just a snippet. Like it's very short and I'm just like, I don't think it's really talking about 50, but I had to listen to it again. But I don't know. Like to me it's like this in the saga continues, but my my opinion on that is T.I.'s wife should have never been involved in this. Like 50 Cent getting a little too old. He not 50 years old is not old. I don't need nobody dragging me about age, but 50 years old is not too old. But he should have never mentioned T.I.'s wife. And Tiny, she does not bother anybody. She don't bother nobody, and he decides to post a humiliating video of her. No, it's literally all over the net. Like those who haven't catch up to it, but I feel like if two grown men are beefing, they need to leave the wives out of it, especially if it didn't start off with their wives. And from the information I know, it did not start off with their wives. Like 50 Cent's not even married, but it didn't start off like that. Like it was a situation between T.I. and 50 Cent, but 50 Cent decided to post T.I.'s wife as a way of getting back at him, but it's just like she has nothing to do with this. And it was humiliating, and then I'm aware that T.I. son responded the way he did. I'm not gonna lie. He fried him up. But at the same time, like 50 too old to be doing this. He gotta find another hobby. And I say this with all due respect. Like I've watched like the star shows, like the stuff that he produces. I like some of his music. Like I've always thought that he was like stand-up guy, businessman, made it out. He's rich and famous. He's well known. I do believe he's put people on, but I can't really speak too much on what a grown man does. He's a celebrity, but I don't know none of these people personally. But I do have to say it's like I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that he posted somebody's wife, a very humiliating picture, knowing this woman got kids, and they can go online and see this. Like they're like, dang, this is my mother. He just, I didn't like that. And I'm not gonna lie to you, he has a tendency to do that. Like we know that he's like the petty king, and he does all these memes and stuff like that. I'm gonna tell you right now, that stuff gets old after a while. But if he's gonna keep on doing it, he's gonna keep on doing it. He a grown man. He gonna do what he wanna do. But I'm not gonna lie to you. Some people will put in the comments said that 50 made his match when it came to T.I.'s son King responding to him. He went in. He went in. Now, do I feel like he went too far with the whole like 50 Cent mother being deceased and him saying a lot of like um diabolical, derogatory things about that? Do I feel like he went too far? Yes. However, 50, 50 too old to be doing this. Now, I would have rather 50, even though 50 has did like some memes on just T.I. alone, he should have kept it like that. He shouldn't have brought up King's mother. Period. And I'm gonna stand on that. So I don't know. But did King go too far bringing up 50's mother? Yes. Cause I used to watch Get Rich or Die Trying all the time. I have it right on my Amazon Prime. I mess with that movie. I still do, but he's definitely spoke out about like his mom and everything because he was very young when she passed and all. But it's still just, it was far too far, but 50 ain't perfect. None of us are, but he did. 50 gotta realize like he gotta slow down. I mean, he may not slow down right now, but there's gotta be a point that, okay, I'm 50 years old. I'm right in the middle age. That this meme stuff, me talking about making fun of people and doing a post and putting their faces in it, that gets old. And he's a billionaire. You're gonna have to find another hobby at some point. There's 1,000 things that you can do. There's so many hobbies out there that he can do besides that. And I get it. That's his personality. He want to crack jokes on people. That's fine. But sometimes he takes it too far too. And from the research I did, I remember years ago, he made fun of, this is, I'm going to say alleged, he allegedly made fun of Little Kim's daughter. This is Little Kim's child. And that right there didn't really sit well with me. And I know that they were having issues, I'm aware, but he did make fun of her daughter. I think he said something about her eye. And I'm just like, ugh. Like I said, alleged. And for y'all who may not know, you can literally like Google it. It's even on YouTube, but this happened like years ago. Like, I'm gonna say a little bit before COVID. It's possible, or maybe a little bit after COVID, but him and Lil Kim did like have issues. They probably still have issues, but allegedly he did make fun of her daughter. And I feel like that's just kind of low. And I can be real and say that, like, I don't care. Like, I'm going to speak my mind when it comes to that. And my daddy is still alive. And well, my daddy about that life. So that's all I'm saying. So I can still voice my opinion on, like, I feel like it's all time low. Like, if he really said what he said about Little Kim's daughter, if he really said what he said, because I've seen what he, like, I like they like the resources I was like looking at, it showed what he typed and everything. I'm just like, no. you can't be making fun of this woman's daughter. She's innocent. She has nothing to do with it. And it's just like some other stuff that he did, and it's just like, I'm like, you sure do make fun of a lot of women. And I mean, he doesn't just make fun of women, he makes fun of men as well, but he does tend to start stuff with women, even if the women don't say anything to him. Like, they won't even bother him or even talk about him, but he will start them. And I'm just like, ugh. That just, ugh. It's not a good look. Not a good look, but if that stuff is true, what he said, like if he really typed what he typed on that screen, what from the resources I have looked up and everything, no. And I'm gonna stand on that. So karma, karma is real. I'm gonna say that. Now that does not excuse somebody to talk about 50 Cent's mother at all. And I feel like all three of them, Ti's son, and 50, they all have to answer to God when it comes to what was said and everything. Ti didn't really say anything that was like crazy, too crazy, but it came to King. He said what he said. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it was very harsh. But the only positive thing I can say about him is that he did defend his mother, and he has every right to feel, um, he has every right to feel angry that somebody literally humiliated his mother. And I'm gonna call it how I see it. It's humiliating for him to post his mother in that way. Like that, knowing that the issue was with Ti. Now, the one thing about being married, when your husband has a problem with somebody, they do tend to say like the husband's problem is the wife problems. However, the issues that 50 and Ti have with each other need to be amongst each other. It was a little unnecessary. I'm not even gonna say a little. It was unnecessary and disrespectful for him to post Tiny like that. It is what it is. And people like saying that, oh, he's just, it's just his game. Like once you give an emotional response, it's over. But people have a right to express their emotions. They can't just keep on and like not everything has to be logical and everything. Like just like no. He got angry he got angry, upset when he saw his mother like that on the internet. Of course, they're gonna be emotional, and it's okay. Now, does everything gotta be like that? No, no. Now, I'm a woman. I'm not gonna be getting too deep in the manhood and the man is fear and all that. But people did say that 50 met his match. Ouch. I looked at the memes. I've looked at the post between them. God forgive me. That's all I got to say. God forgive me. All I know is I need to find this diss track that Ti did because they said that he dropped it, but like the name of the song is called War and a Snippet. So you know what? Feel free to comment below if that's the right song that they were talking about, that oh he made a diss, because I know Ti's son made a diss, but he wants you to like, I think he said that he wants like people to like comment, and then he'll DM you the link, but I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing all that. Like maybe later on, maybe tomorrow I might do it. I don't know. But I am gonna watch it unfold. But it's, and then when it comes to like rap beefs, I understand the whole marketing thing. Like oh, because some rappers they tend to start a beef specifically just to like get conversation going, and then boom, they're dropping the newest album, and the whole time they started the beef just so they can drop their album, just so people can like tune in. So I understand that strategy, but I don't know, I think this was more of a personal thing. I believe this is definitely a personal thing, especially if, oh shoot, especially if, can't bring it up, the mama and all that, no, no. So yeah, it's just an example of like what you put out is gonna come back. And you can't expect perfection from people. People may make some bad decisions in life, and they either fix it or they keep doing them, and then boom, they get what's coming for them. And that's just for everybody. That's just something in general. But yeah, I'm really just watching that like unfold. But I didn't like though I didn't like the fact that he brought up T.I.'s wife. What happens between T.I. and his wife has nothing to do with us out here, us outsiders, us just it's that's between them. But I can say that they're still married, like, and of course he's gonna feel some type of way that 50's making fun of his wife. He has every right to be upset. I feel as though, you know, I don't really want to be like cool with 50 no more, and that's that. But King, he went in, and y'all, if y'all want to know all this beef, it's so many resources out there. They will break it down for you and everything. So I'm just giving my opinion on it, but that is it's just something. It really is. But they also was saying like 50 haven't dropped music in a minute, but it's like he doesn't really need to drop music. Like he got his money. He's a billionaire basically, and he doesn't really need to drop music, but this would be the best time to drop music since T.I. supposedly made this track to 50 Cent. But maybe I need to just go on YouTube and get over here and see if he because they said he made a music video and everything, like showing his family and all. And 50 Cent is unmarried. He do got a kid, but he's still like unmarried. He's not with anybody. And people were like, like he ain't doing nothing. But it's just like a man can be 50 and single and have a lot of other things to do. There's like I said, there's so many other things out here that you can do as a 50-year-old single black man that's rich and famous, known. So many other things you could be doing, but that's just what he likes to do. That's fine, but just know that whatever you put out will come back to you. And we all gotta answer to God, or some people say Allah, or the highest power. We all have to answer to them at some point. Like, and there's just some things that I've researched, and I'm just like, oh, no, I don't like that. And like I said, whatever happens. And you know what? Karma works in mysterious ways. I must say that. It happens when you least expect it. You don't know how, you don't know when it's gonna happen, but baby, it's karma's real. And you can't just think that you're untouchable either. You're not gonna be always untouchable. And that's another thing. Like, you can win, you can roast everybody, but when somebody is digging up what you got going on and they're they're literally, I'm not saying that this is applying to this whole beef, but you might come across somebody that's going to mirror what you got going on, because in your head, you're thinking that you're untouchable, you're undefeated, but you may come across somebody that's going to give you the mirror and just show a whole reflection of you. And it's just gonna hit you like boom. Now let me face what let me face this here, because I ain't even think that. No, like, so that's that's just my commentary on the whole T.I. and King, and well, it's really just like T.I. King versus 50 Cent beef. But yeah, that's what I have for tonight. It's about to be 10:30. I need to take a shower and go to bed and head to work. But thank you for listening to me. I gotta edit this vlog and everything because I cannot wait to post it. But I want to keep these lives going because I'm liking this. I'm gonna keep doing this. But we gonna figure out this whole, like, if I gotta get off of here to take a phone call or text and all, I gotta figure out how to do that without this screen going blank, and it's just that I gotta do a whole nother live. We gonna figure that out. But good night, everybody, and everybody just live your life, enjoy life, and good night. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll be back with more content, so please stay tuned.